Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be continuing the work on the Evo. So last night my neighbor actually came over, Fred, and went ahead and extended the wires for me. So we soldered in like a good extra like 5 feet. There's some more, but we already like kind of put it in the plastic in there. And then we pulled the wideband sensor a little bit more so that we can feed into the car. So now we should have no issues running it over the fender liner and then into the car and then inside and then up to the gauges. So we'll be doing that today. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. We also extended the power cables for the gauges like that. We don't have any issues reaching the fuses. So everything should run a lot smoother today. So let's just get started. Alright, so we have most of it tucked in there. Basically, we're just going to put the fender liner back and then it'll tuck it in place and it won't, you know, get caught in anything. So we've put some of it already through the hole and we just have to go fish it out and then we can like pull all of it together along with the wideband. Our hole is right over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's our hole. So we're going to take some needle nose pliers and try to fish out the wires and then hopefully we won't struggle too much. Alright, so using the needle nose pliers, it was kind of like a really hard reach, but I got some of it out. So now I just have to make sure that I pull out the correct end to this, which is right here. So we've got our gauges. So this is the boost. This is the boost one, and this is the oil pressure. So if I keep pulling on this, we should find the black conduit for the rest of the wires. Alright guys, so we went ahead and fished out all the wire, and then we also went and connected it all to the gauges. It ended up needing to be like a two-man job, so we didn't film any of it, but basically we just connected all the wires to the proper gauges and we have this holding up with tape. So right here we fished out all the wire from the body, and we connected the sensor wire for the wideband into the box. We also connected the gauge wire that's already like been run up all the way through here and into the gauges. And then we have our power wire, which is like connected to like this whole mess of wires over here. Basically it's super simple. Once we start actually clipping this thing in, it's an OEM fit, so it should just clip onto the stock little holes. And then right here we ran all the wires behind this plastic, and then once we put that cover piece back on, it'll hide all of this. So then right here is our hole that we're going to be passing the wires for the fuses, because the fuses are right there. It's a little dark in there, but basically there we go. We're going to be putting it into that 15 amp, which is like going to be the third one from third one up all the way to the right. That's the one we're going to be tapping into. That's the cigarette lighter fuse, and we have our ground right there. And then everything else just tuck away nicely. So it shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna get started on this, and then hopefully when we connect the battery and turn the car back on, all of these should light up, and then we should get a proper reading on the boost one once we take it out for a test drive, or just, you know, hit the accelerator. Alright, so I went ahead, we tucked in all the wires. It's just I couldn't really film, it's such a weird angle. It's like a tight space between like the seat and all that, and then like the fuses are like at a weird angle. But anyways, tucked in all the wires behind here. We're going to be ready to put the plastics on soon. Connected the wires to the fuses. It's a little dark. Then connected my ground right there. Yeah, there you go. The ground's connected. The fuses connected. We'll tuck all this stuff away later. We're going to go ahead and connect the battery to the car. Alright, so we kind of have just like the battery loosely on, but the light is on, so the car has power. So let's go see.
Let's turn it on.
Let's go. Hopefully. So once we put the key in, what should happen is all of those gauges should light up and everything should be good to go. So
ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes!
It worked.
Hey! There we go. What's good? We got the gauges on. All of them seem to turn on. So the only one that'll be like an actual working one is where's this one? The boost one right here. That's the only one that should give us a proper reading, so we'll find that out once we turn on the car. The wideband's just going to tell us nothing useful, and same with the oil pressure. But at least they all turn on, which is a good sign. We weren't too sure. We weren't too sure if we did everything correctly, but from the looks of it, everything works. So once we clean up everything, we put everything how it's supposed to. We'll take the car off the jacks and take it out for a spin and see if we get proper boost readings. But I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. This is only like the second time I've installed gauges, and I've never done like so many in one shot, and most of the time I had help from someone who's already done gauges. So this is like this is my first time doing a full set of gauges. So I'm actually pretty happy that it turned on. I wasn't too sure. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start doing all that so that we can go take it out for a ride, and then hopefully more good news. All right, so we got the pillar pod in there. Slightly, probably just needs a couple more clips, or yeah, we need to clip it in properly. But anyways, so once we get going with that, we're gonna go ahead and place all the other plastic and tuck all those wires away. Alright guys, so we got the battery. This time it's properly installed in there because we're pretty much done. He's putting the clips back into the fender liner so we can put the wheel on and then take the car off jacks. This is the final product of the inside of the car. We put all the little plastic pieces back, and then this thing here fits perfectly. The fitment on it is perfect. It goes all the way around. All the gauges are nicely installed, everything works, and you can't even tell that, you know, we ran like 8, I think maybe like even 12 set of wires through all of this, and then in there. This car is actually really simple to, well, not simple, but it made it really easy to run wires through. There was plenty of like open space to like tuck everything in, and it looks clean, and it has 3 sets of gauges. So he's putting that in there. I already went over the engine bay, and everything is good. The only thing we need to do is roll up the excess wire for the wideband sensor. We're just gonna like tape it up and roll it and put it in a corner so you know it doesn't fall through the engine bay or melt or get caught on something. We'll do the wideband and the oil pressure sensor some other day once he gets all of the parts in and we have access to a lift so that we can take the exhaust off and take the cover off. But for the meantime, once we're done with all this, we're gonna go out for a drive, make sure that the boost gauge is reading accurately, just to make sure that, you know, we did it correctly and that there's no boost leak also. And hopefully I'll get some like cool driving shots of this. But then that'll be pretty much it. So I'm gonna get started on this. The sun's kind of disappearing, so we're running out of daylight, so I'm just gonna try to do this a little bit as fast as we can. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so like a slight little mix up in the wiring. I accidentally connected the oil pressure sensor connector to the boost gauge, and then the boost sensor cable to the oil pressure. So I mean it didn't really do much of a difference, except like obviously like the readings were off. This one just kept reading 0, and then this one just kept giving me the lines that these ones are doing. But it was just like a matter of like popping this out and then just connecting them to the right gauge. I mean the connectors are the same. They're both like just a black, white, red, and orange, so they all fit in the same. But so yeah, so I corrected that, so now it's reading properly. We're just going and putting back all the stuff, all the trim pieces that we had to take off, and we should be good to go for a little test drive. But yeah, now it reads as it should now. So that was my mistake. I forgot which. I mean, I knew like the black tip was for the oil pressure and the white tip was for the boost sensor, but I just mixed up the gauges. But everything's good to go now. Everything still works. So we're about to go on a little test drive once we put all this stuff back together. So I'll see you guys in a bit. successful. I think I saw like 30 on there, 29, which is what it's tuned for. But we're gonna get it retuned later on, so I don't know what the new numbers are gonna be, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it hit 29, 30 pounds of boost, which is pretty quick. I definitely felt like the hit. Did you feel it?
Yep.
It was sick. So all right, so now that all the wiring is fixed and I put in the connectors to the right place, all the gauges seem to work perfectly fine. We're gonna go ahead and do a couple of driving shots, and we'll head back home and get ready. We'll clean up the garage and.
Like a mirage, the stars that you know like me, on my arms I appear empty. Like a mirage, like a mirage.
Alright guys, so that's pretty much does it for today. Now that we have all the Evo stuff situated, I'm going to end the vlog here. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it helped for any Evo owners, or I guess anybody who's also installing gauges. I mean, it's pretty much the same, just different on how you run the wires through the car. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you have any questions. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.